Great. Let's get moving. Roll your shoulders in a backwards circular movement. Don't know about you, but the dampness of today has made my joints feel like they really need this today. A bit cold, a little bit, oh, I don't know, stiffened up. Let's get some warmth and lubrication into the body. Change the direction of your circles. Let your arms dangle as the shoulders lead the way. Do one more in the backwards circle, and as your shoulders roll back and down, take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, bend your elbows out, close them towards each other, and then straighten your hands away, keeping your elbows as narrow as you can. Once you do that, just hook your ribs in, belly in, so try not to arch the back. Yeah, lengthen the tailbone down, just lifting your arms away from your back. And then a little neck stretch here. So your left hand holds onto the right wrist, right forearm, or if you can, right elbow, let your head fall over to the left. Just gently pulling your right arm down a little. So get a nice lengthening from your right shoulder up the right side of your neck, almost up to the back of your ear. Come back up to center with your head. Release so your hands slowly exchange over, right hand holding either left wrist, left forearm, or left elbow, and draw the left arm long, head to the right. Feels so nice, doesn't it, to stretch out the neck. Bring your head back up to center. Take your arms down by your side. Okay, so again, keeping the ribs and the waistline in neutral. Take your right arm up, try not to let the back arch, and then switch, the left arm comes up. Switch slowly enough that you're trying to really mentally keep your weight even over your feet. Try not to rock your body weight forwards and backwards. I can feel I'm almost in that rocking motion. So you're going to try and move your arms without rocking your body, without changing the distribution of weight too much, and certainly without letting your spine move. So keep your waistline hugging in and back slightly, the ribs laying flat. And then taking both arms down by your side, lower your chin towards your chest, soften your knees and roll down. At the bottom of the roll down, come down onto hands and knees. Take a nice big hip circle round, loosen off your lower back, loosen off your hips. And then repeat the hip circle the other way. And then bring your hips to center. Okay, so stabilize on all fours, look slightly forwards. Now, rather than the pelvis doing a circle, I want you to feel like the tailbone's pointing to the center of the circle and it's not going to deviate from there. Ribs hugging away from the ground, belly firm toward the spine. Straighten your right leg, have the toes on the floor, and feel as your right leg straightens more, your belly hugs in more. Take your left arm by your side, palm facing upwards. Keep your gaze fixed slightly forwards on the floor or on the mat. Your right arm's going to pulse in the air. 10, 9, keep it very straight, shoulder rolled back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it lifted high. Keep hugging your belly in and lift your right leg off the floor as well. Pulse the arm and the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, so it's left arm, right leg, just to check for your balance. 2, 1, hand and knee to the floor. A little child's pose, rest your head onto your hands. Take a deep breath down into your lower back. And exhale. Back onto all fours. Lining your shoulders and your thumb joints, gaze slightly forwards, left leg straightens out. Once you push into the ball of the foot, the knee straightens more, the belly hugs in. Keep it there, right arm by your side, palm facing the ceiling. Roll the shoulder back and pulse. 10, 9. It's like the back of your arm is lifting and the lower arm is just following. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the arm high. Lift the left leg. Watch out for the waistline dropping. Keep it lifted, hugging in. And again, pulse. 10, 9, 8. Leg is staying very straight so you can feel your glute muscles working. 6, 5. I think I might have added an extra one on there. 3, 2, 1. Hand and knee come back to the floor. And again, a little gentle sit back. Rest your head on your hands. Deep breath into your lower back. And a long breath out. And you lie down on your tummy, resting your head on your hands, just the same way you are in child's pose, but lying on your tummy. Bend your legs so your feet are to the ceiling, knees are wide, and rock your feet side to side. Let your pelvis rock slightly. Take your right arm out to the side, palm flat on the floor. Look to the left, bring your left hand on the floor next to your chest. And you're going to swing both feet to the right, so the left knee lifts off the floor. As you swing your feet to the right, you might let your right ear come down to the floor. You might let your left knee lift and your left hand walks in closer. You could even put your left hand round behind your lower back. Stretching the front of your right shoulder, I can certainly feel that. Bringing your left knee back down, swinging around. So now your left arm goes out straight to the side. Look to your right, bring your right hand on the floor by your chest. Swing your feet over to the left. You can let your right knee open, your left ear resting on the floor, left shoulder stretching. As your left hand walks in, you could bring it round behind your lower back as a deeper option. If we were staying here for a long length of time, we'd certainly want to support the head a bit more than just letting it fall to the floor. If it's not comfortable, whenever you do this, always have something in handy just in case you need neck support in any exercise that feels good for you. Or stretch. Come back round. As you come back onto your tummy, slowly bring the arm back in and rest your head back down onto your hands. Realign back to center, so head, spine, hips are all back to the middle. Straighten your legs out with your feet pointed. Press into the top of the feet and straighten your knees. Knees very straight, so you might even feel your thigh muscles pulling off the ground. Okay, now take your arms down by your side, palms facing the ceiling. Keep your feet on the floor, lift your head, chest and arms. Roll your shoulders back, and just like you did when you were on hands and knees, pulse your arms up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, think of them being long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, touch your head down. Exhale, lift again, but your legs coming up with you as well this time. Keep the legs reaching really straight, knees engaging, and pulse both arms and legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep your belly hugging to your spine. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Hands by the sides of your chest. Push your bottom back to your heels, nice and slowly. Bring your lower back and stretch out. Your arms reach out in front of you. Let your forehead come down to the floor. Make a little shark position with your arms here, so your palms are in a prayer pointing to the sky. Bring your elbows a bit narrower, so you're hugging your head between your upper arms. Maybe even stretch your elbows a bit further forwards on the mat. Sink your armpits. Even let your thumbs come down to the back of your neck. So now your prayer has fallen behind the back of your neck. Hands forwards, downward facing dog. Feet hip distance, hands shoulder distance. Reach your hips away from your hands. Reach your hips up away from your feet. Relax your gaze. Relax your head. Walk your hands and feet towards each other. Feet about hip distance. Take your balance into your feet and then slowly rolling up, pulling your belly towards your spine. As you roll up, stacking the base of the spine, stacking the middle of your spine. Roll your shoulders back. Once you're standing, take your arms forwards and sit your hips back. When you sit your hips back, there's sometimes a tendency, a bit like when I was showing you standing earlier, that the back dips, we put the bottom out. So if you just squeeze the sit bones together a little and feel your back is long, not rounded or dipping, long, and then the belly muscles and the ribs are aligned well. Take one arm by your side, one arm by your ear, and then switch. So one arm by your hip, one arm by your ear. Keep your gaze somewhere in front of you, maybe a few feet forwards of where your feet are. And just like you did when you were standing up doing this arm movement, see if you can stay really steady. So when you exchange from one arm to the other, you barely feel any change in the legs. Working with control. You want to feel like your arms slice through the air as if there's resistance as you make that slice. Because we don't really slice air, we slice when there's something to cut through. So feel there's a resistance in the air that you have to make a slice through. Now when your arm goes back, you're going to turn your chest in the direction of the backward pointing arm. And then turn, so your chest turns. As you turn, keep your belly hugging to your spine. See if you can keep your legs still. Notice if your knees shift back. Twist using your core muscles, your belly pulling you round, your little finger pressing back, your gaze going over your back shoulder. Feel your core and your awareness working together. Both arms go forwards, bend forwards, dangle over your legs, lifting your hips a bit higher. Can you take your hands around behind your lower back? Like we did when we were standing, elbows go wide, bending them. Bring your elbows in closer together and then try straightening your hands in the direction of where your elbows point so your arms come up and over. Your hands come back to your bottom first, and then lower down, come to a kneeling position, this time a high kneeling position. Knees about hip distance apart. Keep a straight line from your knees to your shoulders, lean back and bring your arms in front of you. Lean forwards and press your arms back, pointing beyond the heels. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, back upright, pressing your arms beyond the heels. Feel the back of your arms kind of squeezing towards each other slightly, as if your thumbs are trying to stay towards each other as you press back. There's a real length from your shoulders to your fingertips. I want you to remember this position or this movement and this effort through your arms when you come into shoulder bridge later. Do 2 more. Both arms parallel, pressing back, lengthening. 1 more. And then just for a moment, we're going to lean back with our arms back, keeping the hips and shoulders straight. You're not trying to touch your heels, but imagine you're in shoulder bridge position now. Shoulders press or arms pressing back as if you're pushing into the floor beneath you. Ribs laying flat, belly strong, a straight line, try not to arc. Chin slightly in. Push the knees down into the floor. Come back up again, and then child's pose. Rest your head on your hands. Deep breath in, all the way down to your lower back. And a long breath out. Downward facing dog. Again, see if you can press the hands into the floor as if you're trying to push your hips back. And then up away from your feet. Walk your hands and feet towards each other. Feet hip distance. As your belly pulls to your spine, start to tuck your tailbone down toward the ground. Build your spine up again, lower back, mid back, upper back. Shoulders roll back. As your shoulders roll back, we're going to bring the arms back, palms facing forwards, thumbs pointing out. Yeah, so pressing your arms back as if you've got a strong wind in front of you. Slide your left leg back, balancing on your right leg. Slide it back, and then as it slides back, lengthen it more, straighten your knee more. See if you can then take the leg off the floor. Keep lifting that back leg, and as your back leg lifts, you're going to tip forwards at your standing hip and balance in a capital T shape. Keep lifting the back leg in order to get the level line, leg, hips, chest, head. And then step back up, feet come back to hip distance apart. This time flip your palms, so your palms are going to face the other way, thumbs pointing in. Shoulders roll back, arms press back. Slide your right leg back, balancing on the left leg. And don't just lift the leg, first of all, push the leg straighter down into your big toe. Yeah, once your leg's very straight, then it starts to lift. As your straight leg lifts, find a fixed gaze point on the floor, slightly in front of you. As your leg lifts, your torso bends forwards. Keep pressing the back of your arms up. Lift the back of your thigh up. Lift through the inner thigh more than the outer thigh. Feet come back together again. Relax your arms, close your eyes. Just feel a moment in your body. Feel how open your chest is and how awake your legs are from having to hold you balancing on one leg. And when your eyes open, lower down to sitting. Hold on to the back of your legs. Pull on your legs, lift your spine tall. Keep pulling on your legs and pull your waistline back at the same time. Elbows are bending out to the side. As your waistline pulls back, you develop a C shape in your lower back and a hollow or a scoop in your belly. Keep the scoop in your belly as your arms pull you forwards in that C shape. And then as your head comes forwards, lengthen in line with your legs and then all the way up toward the ceiling. Scoop your waistline back, C shape in your spine. Pull slightly on your legs as you bring your C shape forwards. And then as if your head's pulling up above the knees, all the way back up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, scoop back through the waist. Inhale, slide forwards. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, release your arms. Same thing, exhale, scoop the waistline back. Inhale, take your right arm up, just looking at your knees. Exhale, bring your right arm down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring your left arm down. Inhale, scoop forwards. Inhale, sit up. Sorry, exhale, set up, was it? And then scoop back again, roll into your C shape. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, lift your right arm up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the left arm up, scooping deeper into the belly. Inhale, lower. Exhale, scoop forwards. Inhale, lift your arms above as you sit tall. Exhale, scoop the waistline back, arms forwards. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, right arm lifts, keep a nice deep hollow in your belly. Inhale, arm down. Exhale, lift the left arm, deep hollow in the belly. Inhale, arm down. Exhale, keep the scoop as you roll forwards, then lift through your arms, then your head, then your chest, come all the way up. One more, scoop the waistline back, arms forwards. Go a little further down if you can. Inhale, and then exhale, lift the right arm. Inhale, lower. If you lift your arm and your feet are coming off the floor, don't take the arms high. And lower, arms forwards, keep the scoop of your spine. Lift your arms, head, chest, come all the way up. Last time, but we're going all the way to the floor after this. So scoop through your belly, C-shape your spine. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lift your right arm. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your left arm. Inhale, lower. Keep the scoop. Bring your hands behind the back of your legs. Hover your feet off the floor. Keep the scoop in your spine. Roll back. Roll up, holding your legs as you keep that scoop to roll on. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Pressing your legs into your hands, pulling your hands against your legs. Elbows are up and out to the side. 2 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. And again. And then pause there, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Press your chest forwards. Feel your arms roll back. We're going to keep our arms behind us and do a few little seated tricep dips. So as your knees come in, separate your feet hip distance. And as your hands go back, try and have your fingers pointing forwards. Yeah. Okay, so feet hip distance, hands back, fingers forwards. Bend your elbows. Try not to let your elbows bend wide, rather bend your elbows toward the back line of your mat and then push your arms straight. Bear the weight of your body into your arms and roll over the heel of the hand, push back up again. Yeah, so you're letting the weight of your body be the dumbbell you might hold if you're doing this in a gym. And we're taking little tricep dips, tricep extensions, toning the back of your arms. 2 more. Inhale, you'll roll slightly behind your sit bones. Exhale, you're pushing back onto your sit bones. 1 more time. Inhale, roll back over the sit bones. Exhale, push your arms straight. Keep your arms as straight as you can. And then if you can lift up into reverse tabletop. Tuck the tailbone under, keep the inner feet pressing to the floor. Push into your inner hands and lift your chest a bit higher. And then lower your bottom to the floor. Straighten your right leg out. Cross your left foot over to the outside of your right knee. We're just going to do a twist here, round to the left side. Look over your left shoulder and feel your right toes and your right shoulder trying to move into line with each other. Right toes pulling to the right shoulder and right shoulder lining up with your right toes. Back to center, straighten out your left leg, cross your right foot over and twist to the right, hugging the leg with your left arm. Stay sitting tall as you twist. Be on your fingertips with that back hand so we're taking the pressure out of the wrist. Okay, and as you turn a bit deeper, the left toes pull up toward the left shoulder. And as you twist through your torso, the left shoulder gets more and more in line with your left toes. Come back to center and uncross that leg. Both feet flat to the floor, arms in front, excuse me, going into the 100. So scoop through your belly and roll down onto your lower back. Keep your head and chest lifted. So the back lower ribs are touching the floor, the mid and upper ribs coming off the floor. Palms face the ground, fold your right leg in, 1 knee fold. You can stay like that or bring the left leg in, double knee fold. Inhale, small beats with your arms. Exhale, flip your palms, small beats with your arms. Inhale, palms face down. Exhale, palms face up. On your exhale, see if you can create a hollowing between your hip points. Feel like the muscles of the pelvis are gathering into one central place. 4 more rounds of breath. If you notice the shoulder blades starting to fall more and more to the floor, the head hovering off the floor, then think of pressing your breastbone deeper into your chest, bringing your ribs further down toward the waistline. 2 more breaths. Lower your head and your arms to the floor. Take 1 foot to the ground, let it land softly. 2nd foot down, let it land softly. And then butterfly your legs, arms loosely behind. Little flutter in your butterfly knees. And then bring your knees into center, they're pointing to the ceiling. Arms come down by your side. And right, so this is where we remember those kneeling laybacks we did earlier. So arms long, like you're trying to touch your heels with your fingertips. That doesn't mean you're touching your heels, it's like your fingers are reaching in that direction. Press into the back of your arms so your shoulders are open. Curl your tailbone up, roll your spine piece by piece off the floor until you are flat across your shoulder blades. Just because we're pushing down into the arms doesn't mean we puff our chest up like that, okay? So we want to push into the arms, but keep a straight line from shoulders, hips to knees. Ribs lay flat, but your arms are still working, pressing through the mat. Knees are reaching away as if they were pressing into the ground. And then roll your spine back down with a little resistance through your arms as you roll. Inhale as you land. Exhale as you roll. Inhale, feel that straight line from shoulders to knees. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, land. Do that one more time. Exhale, roll up. So you're feeling the presence and active participation of your arms. And exhale, roll down. Inhale as you land. Okay, roll this one up, stay up. Pause at the top. As you continue to press evenly through your arms without the chest puffing, scoop the tailbone, activate the back of your legs a little more, inner feet to the ground. And then mentally stronger in your left leg. Can you extend your right leg away so your knees stay level? And then bend your right foot back to the floor. Mentally make your right leg stronger and extend the left leg away, keeping your knees level. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, right leg extends. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, left leg extends. Continue. Feel how your arms are an essential part of this to help stabilize you. We could do it with the arms as well, but we might find that we rock a little more. They're really helping us to stabilize and maintain the same height. Exhale away. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale away. Inhale, foot to floor. Last one on the left side. Exhale away. Inhale, foot to floor. And then roll your spine back down. Bring your right knee towards your chest. Hold the back of the thigh. And then start straightening your knee out, sliding your hands up the back of the leg to stretch out the hamstrings. Drop your hip heavily to the floor and try turning your toes towards your face, pointing your toes towards your face. Cross your right ankle onto your left knee, bring the left knee in towards you. Use your right elbow to press your right thigh bone wider. And again, keep the back of both hips anchored down toward the ground. Return your left foot to the floor wide on the mat with your ankle still crossed. Drop your knees to the right. So the right foot draws the left knee down. Think of the left knee being drawn toward the bottom right corner of the mat. Use your foot to help direct it that way. Look over to the left. Rest your right hand on your belly. Breathe in, belly rises. Breathe out, belly falls. Breathe in, belly rises. Breathe out, belly falls. Uncross your foot, bring your knees up, head back to center. Bring your feet in a bit narrower, reset the bottom to the middle of your mat. Bring the left leg in, hands behind the back of the thigh. As you start to straighten your leg out, the hands slide up behind the knee toward the calf, like you're kind of massaging or smoothing the back skin of your leg up toward the heel. Hamstring stretch. Toes just mildly aiming towards your face as opposed to aiming to the ceiling. Cross your left ankle onto your right thigh, bring your right leg towards you, and as you hold behind the right leg, you can maybe use the left elbow to press the left thigh bone away. Let's be aware of the shoulders being level and open. Slow breath. When you let go, your right foot goes down wide on the mat. Lower the legs down to the left with your ankle resting on the leg. You're going to feel how the ankle helps to direct your right knee toward the bottom left corner of the mat. Look to the right. Left hand on your belly. Breathe in, the belly rises. Breathe out, the belly falls. Again. Let your foot slide off, bring your knees back up to the middle of the point of the ceiling. Reset your bottom to the middle of the mat. Hug your knees in, so right knee comes towards right shoulder, left knee comes towards left shoulder. And when you release the legs, extend them down to the bottom corners of the mat. Relax your arms, palms upwards. Shake your body slightly, let it fall into the mat. Fall into stillness. Become as still as you can be. Avoid fidgeting. Think, I'm perfectly still. And then let that stillness uncover the subtle movement within you. Feel your breath rising and falling. Feel there's a heartbeat and a pulse through your body. Sense the blood surging around you. Feel around all this is the movement of your energy, just like the wind moves through the space around us and we don't see it. The energy moves around you and you don't see it, but it's there. And in yoga we call it prana, which translates as life force. Feel your life force very present within you now, uncovered because you've become still and aware. And give a little wriggle through your fingers and toes. Another little shake in your body. Feet come flat to the floor. If you liked rolling back and forwards on your spine, hug your knees in, roll a few more times back and forwards on your spine. If you didn't like it, then you put your feet down and turn onto your side. Make your way up to sitting. Thank you all very much.